What's good with you, bro?
Go.
I'm alright. Chilling about to stream this real quick. Yeah, I'm alright. Chilling about to stream this real quick.
Same job as Dr. Seuss's. People only give feedback. That's recoupment. Always have their two hands out. My new thing is you ain't even gotta be my new chick. You can just pull up and hang out
You
with
seen
your
it?
new friend. Or I can show you how to train the dragon and either way, it ain't
All
gotta
right.
be love. What is this
What the fuck? Am I catching a cold or something? Damn.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the outskirts of the nation's capital. It's Northwest Stadium in Landover, the home of the Commanders. On Sunday night primetime, it's the Miami Dolphins and the Washington Commanders on Sunday night primetime. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen ready to get this one going. Jake Bates set to get it started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. They'll get across the 20, mark them down the 23-yard line. Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line. Now the former Tulane star. Here's Spears. And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap. Brings up second and 9. From the 24 now, here's second and 9. Daniels now going to look to throw.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, like make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point. Does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
60 by 79 Broncos. Ready. On third down, they'll throw with Daniels. Down the field. It falls incomplete. And Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And that'll set up fourth down. The Commanders set to kick this one away. And not the greatest results here. This is a hit the field play and continue out of bounds. Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line. Off the play fake, it's Richardson. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play, throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live the play another down.
Try again. It's second and 10. On the ground, here is the rookie from Texas A&M. And he's down on the other side of midfield at the 48-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, Miami.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
Now after the play, he'll stop it. We have an injured Dolphin. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment.
Let's go.
A run now on second down. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Third down and 9. From the gun, Richardson. This one down the field, but wind up incomplete. Jalen Waddle, the intended target, and it's going to bring up fourth down. On fourth down, here's Matt Ariza to punt. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line.
Get it! Viking 18! Set, hurt! Let go!
On the ground, it's Spears to start the drive. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Okay,
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
18, pioneer!
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. But he's swung out wide to Spears. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
This will not do the trick. They've stopped it behind the line. Fourth down coming up. Here's the punter now. He's on to punt for the second time in this opening quarter. Return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. First and 10.
A gain of 14. First down, Miami.
Here we go. They'll go play action. It's Richardson. Working free downfield. It is Williams. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. A pickup there of 28 yards.
First and 10.
They'll go three tight ends here on first and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Throwing on second down, Richardson. They're trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
So these screen plays, they always seem so commonplace. They seem a little bit routine, right, Mike? But really, for them to work, there's a huge, significant timing element to it where the offensive line, the back, you can't be downfield too early, but you can't go too late. There's so many reps and reps that allow certain teams to be really good at the screen game and allow certain teams to just never really get their screen game off the ground.
That one, take it in. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Dolphins. It's his third touchdown catch this year. Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Dolphins will take a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Deebo Samuel going to get a chance to return it. And they'll force him out of bounds right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Come on. 60 Eagles. Bronco 80.
Play action. Here's Daniels. That's caught by Spears out of the backfield. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down. Here's a 2nd and 3 from the 33.
33-yard line.
70 Lions. Nineteen Tiger. 70 Ranger. Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Daniel. That's Matthew Golden. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. A gain there of 16 yards. First down, Washington.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
Washington, first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here we go.
Once again, it's Spears. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Ready. 70 Timberwolves.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That's caught, and it's Cam Scatterboot. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before third down. Throwing is Daniels. That's caught by Golden, right side. That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
That's another Washington Commanders first down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
19.
So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. It's the Dolphins with the early lead. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Start. Cougar Knights. Go.
They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
What you see there is really the key to a good free safety blitz. Time the snap so that the offense cannot determine that you're rushing. It's exactly what happened here. He's able to bring the ball carrier down for a loss.
Let's go now. Ready?
Daniels to throw on second down. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
Ready up. Come on, come on. Set. Cowboy 80. Warrior 70. Let go.
Here's Daniel. And that is incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Did they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3?
That one is good. And the Commanders are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Ready, ready. Hut.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get about 5. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 5.
Get ready.
On play action, Richardson. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Ready, ready.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes. Chase Young getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side, it either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, leads to a sack.
And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
It's a gain of 9.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. We'll talk things over before third down.
Ready.
Out of shotgun, Richardson. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Get it.
They'll run it on the inside handoff. And you'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
Here we go. Go.
They'll stick with him again. He'll get this inside the 20, a nice run. They're in the red zone. It's first down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
19. Let's go.
Right back to him on first down. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 12-yard line.
Second and 5.
Go. Ready.
Looking to get that wide receiver screen set up, but this one will not work. It's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
19. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
From the gun on third down, Richardson. That one broken up in the end zone. And it's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's fourth down. Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. His kick is good. And the Dolphins go out to a 10-3 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10.
60 Cowboy 80. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Throwing now, Daniels. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12.
Come on. Set. 70 Timberwolves. Trap 60.
They'll throw with Daniels. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
19 tight. Ready.
From the shotgun on third down, Daniels. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
This fielded inside the 35. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line.
Mustang 19. Here we go. Set. Cut. Viking 18. Panther 11. Panther 11. Dragon 60. Ready.
Richardson to throw it here on first down. Coming across. He's got it in the hands of Williams. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Miami. It's his second touchdown of the year. Bates now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Dolphins move out in front by the score of 17-3. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Going to return this from the 10. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin then.
At their own 25-yard line.
Deputy. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. 18 Pioneer.
Now Daniels throwing on first and 10. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Bronco 80. 79 Bronco.
Daniels now going to look to throw. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Viking 18. Cougar.
Now Miami going to use the second of their timeouts to talk things over before 3rd down.
Ready. 70 Timberwolf. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Ready.
To throw is Daniels. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's their punter now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. Now the return, and not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free.
37-yard line.
On the jump.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Come on, come on. Panther 60. Panther.
From the gun, Richardson. Open man, the tight end, straight down the field. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
Ready. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Off the play fake, it's Richardson. Inside the 10, it is caught. And going to be taken down. They are cooking to begin this drive. This play going for 30 yards.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
The Dolphins going to use their final timeout here. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime.
Cowboy 80. Bronco 80.
They'll try to run this one in. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Two. 60 by 6. 60 by Panther 11.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
Here we go. Here we go. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Off the play fake, here's Daniels. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back-end coverage work together. Man, that was big-time ball.
Dragon 60.
On 1st down, it's Richardson. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll drive this one forward down to the 36. Trey Amos there to make the tackle.
And it's 3rd down.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
One final throw before the break. And this is caught on the sideline. Going to have the first down. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe not. They say the feet were out of bounds. Wow. Big, tight call there. For the moment, it'll be 4th down. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
Ready up. Ready.
With the play action, it's Richardson. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Second and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get forward for a couple. Xavier McKinney up there and make the stop.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8.
18, let's go now. Press all 8, go.
Throwing is Richardson. Short pass taken in by the tight end. It's a gain of 12 there. Good for a Dolphins first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Dolphins.
Pass.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. That's his second touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. Bates, good with the extra point. And the Dolphins will extend this third quarter lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Off the bootleg. Here's Daniels. Pass over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 19.
Play action. Here's Daniels. Looking middle of the field. It's complete. 13 yards on the catch there. Good for a Commander's first down.
First and 10
On the
at
go.
the 38-yard line.
2. 60. Riggs.
Now Daniels. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Second and 20 at the 28-yard line.
Hawk 70.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal. Cougar 19. Ready?
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Makes things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
I like the fact that they took a shot on 3rd and long, right? A lot of offenses in that situation would be a little bit more conservative playing for the 4th down punt. They're trying to pick up a big chunk play through the air, but now that you can't connect, it all but guarantees you got to punt this ball away as it brings up 4th and a mile.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. First and 10 now from the 36.
Let's go. Cowboy 8. Let's go.
On play action, Richardson sending it deep for Waddle. That is brought in. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. A big play to kick off this drive. 55 yards on the game. So after the big play to start, now we have 1st and goal. Williams in motion. To the right side here. Pass is caught. That was not what they were hoping for. He's going to go out of bounds behind the line. A loss on that one. So push back to the 11-yard line for 2nd and goal. Working from the shotgun. He'll hand this one off. And he's into the end zone. They are pouring it on. Touchdown, Dolphins. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. Here's Bates for the extra point. He's got it. And the Dolphins add on to their already sizable lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Broncos, go!
They'll start this drive on the ground with Spears. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
60 Bison, 60.
On 2nd down, it's Daniel. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
Cowboy 80.
3rd and short, and it's Daniel. Over the middle and taken in. He's got it. A pickup of 12 yards. 1st down, Washington.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Tag. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll go play action here with Daniel. He'll be swung out wide to Spears. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Check smash, check smash. Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready, ready?
Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And we'll bring up 3rd down.
The defense had their sights set on making a big play one way or another. First, it was the initial pressure. They thought they had the quarterback for a sack. But then they get their hands on the ball, and I think if you're this offense walking back into the huddle, Mike, an incomplete pass there, probably the best possible outcome.
Through the air, connecting with Beaver. And the defense has lucky to stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
Ready, ready?
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Say, hey!
Go ahead, baby. Go, 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 go!
Let's go! 19 Lion. Ready?
Throwing again. Daniel. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down.
Come on. Set. Let's go.
They'll look to throw again. High-headed defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
He tried to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. Picked off by Javon Clark. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 30.
average. 60 vices. 60.
Now, faking the give. That's caught downfield by Waddle. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
36 yards.
It's a big play there for Miami. 36 yards.
This guy has just such a knack for getting open, Mike, and whenever they're looking for that big play, he's usually one of the guys at the top of the progression, and it's pretty easy to see why.
That is hot. What a throw. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Miami. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball is going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Get it. 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
On first down, Daniels. Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far. But that one gives him a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 50. Green. Slide. 97. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. Left to the left side and taken in by Golden. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
It's a gain of 16, and it's 2 nice plays to begin this drive. They'll come up here first and 10.
Set. Fury. Yellow.
Now they'll set up to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Ready.
From 29, here's 2nd down and 3.
Come on. Set. Yellow. 40.
Back to the air one more time. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end.
Breaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this.
Okay. Break. Set. Hut. Set.
Now a run to begin the 4th quarter on 1st and 10. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
3. Back. Set.
They'll look to throw. That's a short one caught by Laporta. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3.
Ready. Set.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
Here we go. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Nick Bosa in there to drop him. That is already 6 sacks for him now on this season. The Commanders going to send out their field goal unit. This will be a 41-yard attempt. And that one is off the left upright. He missed it. Everything's going wrong. Unable to cut into this big deficit.
You could see the body language of the kicker, Mike. Once it left his foot, he was kind of leaning. He was trying to bring that one back towards the middle. But that's the sound you dread as a kicker. It reverberates around the stadium, off the upright, no good.
They'll go with a counter on first down. Up the sideline, past midfield. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. A big-time play for the Dolphins. 36 yards. They'll stay on the ground. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up fourth down.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready. 45. Clock. 10.
They'll start this on the ground with Scatterbury. And a nice run there. He'll get 8 to the 28-yard line.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
Devin Witherspoon with a tight coverage as he knocks it away.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. A big one there on third down. Good for 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 46-yard
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and
Here we
10.
go. Blue 32. Spike 60.
Off play action. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush. He goes down.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
And is open middle of the field. It is caught. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Down. Black 95. Smash. Red. Ready?
Back to throw. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
10. Needle blue. Set.
That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender bodying his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball. And it is fourth down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield. You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
It's first down, and they'll run. And he's fighting to get free. A lot of work there for a gain of 3. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. 2nd and 7.
Yes.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He gets free. And he'll dive forward here. Tack on even more yardage to the end of this one. It's a big play there for Miami. 45 yards. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Go.
The defense still has 3 timeouts, so we'll see if they decide to use them here as the offense starts taking a knee. 2nd and 11.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
Good game, bro. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm trying to win another bowl. I'm trying to win another. You too.
3rd and 11.
You too. I just got my players back too. Yeah.
So a win here for the visiting Dolphins. And it is their 3rd consecutive victory. They continue to play great football here in this latest stretch.